Hello there, this is Cookies. I've got turn 68 of EA Machaka, playing along with the False God on Berytos. And we got some messages. These are the nap end messages. I don't know, did some more. I like to go ahead and play out the final turns just in case something weird happens. You never know. Some event with an assassin might kill your person, so I think it's always good to still play out the last turn. We get a deep crevasse and gem deposits, which is a bunch of gold and I think 2 earth gems. Deep crevasse, gem deposits. Yeah, 125 gold, 360 gold province, just right off the bat there. Some transformation to reduce upkeep. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Anything fun? We got another wolf. And we got a really cool griffin. So this would actually be pretty fun to play with. I like this chassis. So could do that. 22 map move flying with all these paths is pretty nice. At the end of the rainbow, we find a Gorge of Echoes. So we get a Glamour Gem. Dragon Scale Mountains ends up getting attacked by special monsters. So some tainted souls come out to attack. But he's got some PD here. So you can see why you play out that last turn. If you hadn't put PD here, you never know what could have happened. And we needed this province, so he does 3 red seconds everything though. And then Wonka attacks the Weald and Utterdeep, which was, we considered theirs anyways, but Weald ends up failing. I guess he just suicides a man. And then in Vangar, we have another assassination battle. Imagine dying right at the end of the Ascension Wars. Alright. And some worldwide events, +1 sorcery, -1 dominion. Suddenly people have started to remember what the Panagrator did the previous time that happened. And order and dominion +1. And then we have another PvE experience with a bunch of fine men killing our PD in Eremithia. And the Vinemen should succeed here. We patrol out a Bakemono chief, and we do end up claiming. So our enemies are cast down, broken, dead, enslaved, or imprisoned, and we win the game. So very nice. We get to see a little bit more of the map, which is also nice. So we can see Sarmatia over here. Oh, I forgot to check the astral window here, but you can see they've got tons of Inaris for all that research. 700 units, maybe like an aspiring research pretender is in here. And then you get to see a fair number of the sites. So like this library, Tower of the Iron Order was here. So that was a really nice one for them. 10,000 things, Crystal Garden, bunch of gold mines. We can check some more. We got Gallows, Forest of the Dead, Bone Door Tower, Straywild Forest. But yeah, a lot of really cool sites. I mean, we'll go ahead and take a little tour. See what was out in the world, possibilities for future games. Yeah, this one's got a lot of gems. 7 gems. Gateward Valley. Moonmere. Ooh, Dreamwood Enchanters. That's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and peek in the underground. See what's down here. Whole bunch of gem income. You can see the siege on Abyssia here. The Throne of the Pantocrator was down here. This would have been lovely for us. We would have loved that. Blood sacking with conflict bonus +2. Ooh, free beast bats for Zabalba. That's kind of funny. Alright. So, some pretty cool stuff to look at. Elusive Mountain. Alright. But yeah, lots of cool sites here. Go ahead and zoom out a little bit. You can do the view history. Let you guys take a look at that. All right. So right here, you can see when the war started on Kael'thasa. Kael'thasa had this one, and Vanheim and Lanka just spawned right next to them. So this part of the map was pretty crowded because you had Lanka, Vanheim, Muspelheim, Kael'thasa, Abyssia trying to come out, Zabalba trying to come out. And meanwhile, we just spawned in the middle of nowhere. So got a lot of free expansion. I think if I had spawned there in Kael'thasa's shoes, I would have died as well. So just the luck of spawning over here where there weren't a lot of other players. Whereas like this part of the map was very crowded. See Abyssia expanding and fighting up here too. You can see Lanka and Vanheim kind of washing over them. And then you've got the Giants up here. You've got our expansion down here. So expansion is mostly over at this point. So pretty soon here we should see our war with Femoria and Hinnom start. Yeah, you can see all the pressure put on us by them. And then we've got the beginning of the war between where Vanheim and Lanka join in. You can see the back and forth. As we continue to do our best to extinguish gray flags. Pretty soon here, we'll have our throne rush here. There it is. We can go ahead and view this in the underground as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh goodness, the Bulba struggled. They might have been stealthing stuff out too initially. I'm not sure. Or maybe they expanded overground first and then did their cave last. Could also be the case. They forted that whole little underground area. You can see Lanka invading Abyssia here. Vanheim getting down into this little cave. Alright. Pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and take another look at the graphs. So we've got provinces. So Berytos is up here. I really wish that I think they might have fixed that the graph thing since, but it's still straight to 0 here. It's not my favorite thing. I'd rather see the graphs as they were at the end. We've got forts, we've got income. So you can see Berytos was still #1 in income. And then all the magic phase forwarding shoots up to first on that. Gem income, we were extremely strong on. Vanheim was catching up though. For blood income, let's see, Berytos was up there. Lanka also got up there. And then in terms of research, I did finally manage to kind of crest over Niflheim, and I was catching up to Lanka. So I was doing much better. Berytos had crossed over Vanheim, was catching up to Muspelheim. So we were in a much better place in terms of research. Saramatia was still insane. Tons of research. And then we got a good Dominion push when Hinnom died. And then our army size, Berytos up there. I lost a good chunk of mine taking the throne, but it's okay. And so that's how it goes. In terms of the final globals, all the other stuff, of course, gets dispelled upon Ascension. But yeah, pretty good. It wasn't the first game that we started playing, but it was our first game to finish. So it did feel pretty good to get a win on the board in our very first Dominions game, even with all the bugs and crazy exploits that were running around. So we felt pretty good about this one. Pretty excited to pull that off successfully. And maybe we can try to do some sort of joint thing to kind of go over the game. But yeah, this one felt good, and I'm really happy with it. So we'll see how some of the future games go, but yeah, felt really good to get a solid win in. I'm not sure if I'll do a Machaka review because again, I didn't really feel like I played Machaka to their fullest extent. I didn't do a proper mid-game war or late-game war. Kind of got bullied in the early game. So I don't feel like I can give a good review on the potential and some of the stuff in practice with Machaka. I'd probably have to play them again to do something like that. But maybe False God will do a Dom6 Berytos review. That would be pretty nice. But overall, pretty happy with this one. We managed to sneak out a win right. And it's funny because diplomatically, it was right as nations were about to declare war on Vanheim. And so we would have been called in. We would have definitely helped Vanheim against Saramatia and Zabalba and Niflheim and Muspelheim, and we would have evened that out. So we could have potentially had a fun 2v2 in terms of teams, but this was pretty much being gifted to us on a platter, so we had to try and go for it. So I think that's it for this one. And I'll go ahead and see you in the next game. Have a good one.